You know that feeling when you're stalling to edit a video because editing is hard and you still don't have a thumbnail made? No? Yeah, I should have expected that. Hello everybody, my name is Deranged, the Grizzly Top Hat, also known as the guy who can make a Multiversus video in 4 days, but can't make a Dead by Daylight video in 1 month. Actually, that's a shorter gap than usual. Anyway, I was one of the many people that got a beta code for Multiversus, so let's talk about it. So first off, I'll go ahead and say what everyone else has said, it's very similar to Smash Bros. But since we can't play Smash Bros on a PC, Warner Bros. Stepped in to make Smash Bros. With their own characters. Those characters being Shaggy, Rain Dog, Steven Universe, Garnet, Harley Quinn, Arya Stark, Finn the Human, Tasmanian Devil, Wonder Woman, Jake the Dog, Superman, Batman, Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry, and Velma. And I'm positive there will be more characters when the game fully releases. I'm pretty sure we've already gotten leaks for Mortal Kombat, Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter. Anyway, for the sake of my sanity, I'm going to be referring to Multiversus as the game, because I'm always going to say multiverse and forget the sus, and I don't feel like getting bullied for that. So the game is a 2v2 platform fighter, with those platforms being locations like the Batcave, Finn's Treehouse, and Test Map 01. All the maps are pretty average. They're almost equal in gameplay, although my favorite has got to be this gray block they call a map, purely because it has the most room. Now as far as the characters go, oh boy. Most of them are okay, and some of them are incredibly busted. Also, before I get to talking about the gameplay, I feel like I should give a brief explanation on Rain Dog. Rain Dog is a cross between a reindeer and a dog, and it is an original character made by Player First Games. Just to relieve you of the confusion you might have shared with me when watching the trailer for the game. Is that Beast Boy? So now we can get to the gameplay. So we'll start off with Shaggy. Shaggy is a great character. His power level is over 9,000 and he has some really great attacks like throwing a sandwich and throwing a super-powered sandwich. Rain Dog is pretty cool because his special allows him to use the crystal in between his antlers to tether his teammate, allowing him to pull his teammate back up onto the map if they fall off. Aside from that, his attacks are mediocre. Nothing worth talking about. So real quick, when I say character is bad, I'm probably just not playing them right. I'm not exactly a connoisseur of fighting games, so I can easily misjudge a character and stop myself from playing them again. That being said, Harley Quinn is crap and I don't want to talk about her. Next up is Arya Stark. Arya seems like a character with a really high skill ceiling, but as mentioned before, I'm not good at fighters and I will never reach that ceiling. Finn is mediocre. So mediocre that I don't remember anything from when I played him. Now Taz. Oh boy, Taz. Tasmanian Devil is one of the most broken characters in the game. Taz's special ability is to turn into a little twister, and he can move from side to side to hit enemies with it. The thing about this twister is that when he hits you with it, you are frozen and you get knocked back. Now this would be completely fine if it weren't for the fact that there is no cooldown for the attack, and his tornado actually lasts quite a bit of time. This means that you can spam the tornado over and over again, so if the enemy is on the ground, they are probably not going to have a great time. Now moving on to not one of the most broken characters, but the most broken character in this game, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is great. She has strong attacks with a good amount of range, her special allows her to pull enemies and teammates towards her, and she does it all with magnificent flowing hair. Player First Games said they were already nerfing characters, so I definitely expect Wonder Woman to be weaker on release. So let's move on to Jake, which is another really strong character. Jake's special is to turn into a horse and gallop towards his enemies. It's kind of like Taz's tornado, but I can't tell if it's stronger or not. Also, one of his attacks turns him into a variety of heavy things, which is the exact equivalent to Kirby's down B, and it's awesome. Batman is trash. Moving on. Bugs Bunny is pretty good. He has some weird attacks, but they can be comboed really well, so I would certainly play him every now and then. Aside from Wonder Woman, Tom and Jerry are my favorite characters in this game. Not only do they have really good attacks, as well as a good long-range attack, but every single attack available to them is Tom trying to kill Jerry. I love this detail, and it just makes playing them so much more fun. Only problem is, Tom is pretty bad at killing Jerry, meaning he always hits the nearest Velma by accident. Oh, and speaking of Velma, she's great. She has a calculator that is somehow her best weapon, and she has the power of cartoon physics on her side with her Scooby Dash, which again is like Taz's tornado. I would say it's better than the tornado because it can really screw an enemy if you charge it up enough. However, if you don't hit an enemy with it, you waste your time and weaken yourself. Now that we're done with the characters... Wait, what about the others? Well, I didn't get the others because I didn't want to grind for coins. The grind isn't actually too bad in this game though. You get coins at the end of every match as well as profile XP and character XP, and there are also perks. The perks in this game are small augments for your team, most of the time allowing you to deal slightly more damage or take slightly less damage. There's also a battle pass in this game, which is kind of bland. The only real rewards are the skins for your characters like Shagworthy and Cake the Cat. So that's Multiverse. So far the game is great, and it's going to be really exciting when the game is finished and fully released. I forgot the sus, didn't I?